It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hey y'all, happy Monday. Get in here. What's up, y'all? Oh girl, my head shape so funny. I don't care. It is what it is. We outside. How y'all doing? Y'all come in here, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. We have a few things to discuss, y'all. Happy Monday. You guys, what it is? Girl, I didn't realize this the last day of March. I didn't realize this was the last day of March. Girl, April is literally right there. Like, crazy work, bro. It's a lot going on. But hey, Unfairly Jamaican. Listen, I just really feel like the time is just going so fast, like ridiculously. And I don't know why. At this point, first of all, I don't believe in the time that we have been given as far as like what we've been told about time and history for sure. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe the Ice Age was all these hundreds of years ago or thousands of years. I don't believe none of this stuff because this stuff is going by too fast now. Plus the technology we've always had, but that's on some, conspiracy type stuff. But I do want to say this. I think all we know is what we've been given. And I feel like most of that, if not all of it, is a lie. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Welcome. It's Monday. Happy Monday to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. We have a show to do today. Today, we're going to talk about Kanye West. He did an interview with ACK. And a lot of the people is windmilling. And for the life of me, to my black people, I don't care what part of the world you from. If you share melanated or swarthy skin, I will never understand. Come here, Saint, because this fool be. Come here. I will never understand why black people get so offended by Kanye. Come here. Because you the whole time I wasn't on live sitting on that computer. When I tell you he didn't go nowhere, he sat there, he didn't do nothing. Now all of a sudden he's a runner, he's a track star. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I want to know. And when we get to this segment, I really want you guys to chime in the chat. What is it that Kanye does or has done in the recent past that offends you? And I really want to know. But wait, just hold on to it till we get to the segment. Then we're gonna talk about African parents. I think I spoke about this already before, but and I call them American Africans. And the reason I call them American Africans is because I feel like the people who come from Africa come to America, they adopt, although they hold on to their flags, a lot of them adopt new ideals and keep on holding on to some of the old ones. And I feel like they may be a bit different from, the ones who stayed, but we're gonna get into it. And their ideals toward Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that. Also, the Black American flag has sparked a debate. The Black American flag has sparked a debate. And I tell you guys this all the time. If you want to have your own identity, you have to get rid of the term Black. You're just going to have to. No matter how much you windmill with your head down, no matter how much you sit up there and scream to the top of your lungs, it's going to always be other people who's going to be able to claim the status of Black because you black people in America, told everybody who came over here from every way but loose that they were black. Now that it's convenient and they're adopting the idea or the identity, now you want to say, oh no, you can't be black. No, they are black, just like you want to claim to be black. You're gonna have to get rid of the term. That's the only way it's gonna work, but we'll get into it. And then Kenya Moore versus this new girl, Britt. Now, before we get into the channel or into the situation, you guys, get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. I would like to share a Black American tradition. I will say that in this tradition, most Black Americans on this chat and some others, can identify with this tradition. And we're gonna get right into it. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Can I say that Kanye West song with Brandy? The more they talk about our love, the more they make it obvious, the more they seem so envious. Hey, can we talk about our man? Come on, man. Watch out. Man, look, y'all listen, man. This is why I be saying, man, I get it. Y'all be wanting to make the artist and the person the same, but sometimes, bruh, it ain't the same, bruh. It ain't the same. That man, the beat, the vocal Bible, man, the rap, that song's so fire. That song's so fire, bro. I used to bump that song. Do you hear me? Bump it like 90 going west. Stop acting crazy. All right. Ooh, don't get me started on flashing lights. Oh my God. As I recall, you know you love to show off. And I never thought that I would take it this far. What do I know? Y'all gonna make me put Ye on when I get off of here, man. Y'all gonna make me put Ye on here when I get off of here. Man, y'all gonna make me spark up the surround sound around here, man. That's what's gonna have to happen. Y'all gonna make me spark up the surround sound and run it out and let Saint run under the couch because it's too loud. Man, that flashing lights. You more like love to start ish. I'm more like the apartment. Hey. Oh, man. Hey, man. I don't care if Ye is crazier than a road lizard. I'm a fan, okay? I love the music this man done put out. Now, I ain't gonna lie, toward the end, he started going crazy. I like the old Ye, not the new Ye. I like Kanye. I don't even like Ye. Let's start there first. Let's differentiate. I like Kanye. I don't like Ye. Ye, I don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Now, Ye still be spitting when he be talking. But as far as musically, I like Kanye. I don't like Ye. Okay, music-wise. But we gonna get into it, bro. Y'all gotta know it's a difference. Y'all got to know it's a difference. But let's get into this Black American pastime that most of us know about. I'm sorry, y'all sparking up a whole bunch of nostalgia around this piece. You feel what I'm saying? Girl, I'm over here, about to set up my playlist. Girl, what is we talking about? So y'all remember this? Put a 1 in the chat if you used to jump rope.
Black people are telepathic. We talk about line dancing, skating, and swag surfing. Now let's talk about double dutch. Y'all think I'm reaching, but when you look at double dutch through the lens of telepathy, the game becomes much more than just a matter of coordination. It transforms into an unspoken dialogue between the jumpers and the rope turners. I mean, telepathy is the ability to communicate thoughts, emotions, and intentions without words. And we can clearly see this in the fluid rhythm of double dutch. If you have jumped before, you know it takes a deep intuition about when to jump, when to switch movements, and when the turners are about to change speed. This unspoken understanding could be seen as a form of collective consciousness, where the jumpers tune into each other's minds without needing verbal communication. People gonna be in my comments talking about this is muscle memory or a lot of practice, but what if it's more than that?
Let me say this. First of all, let me toot my own horn, toot. Because when I was in elementary school, I was on a double dutch squad. Now, I wasn't the coldest, but I wasn't the worst. Actually, it was this gay boy named Jamal. And this other gay boy named Myron. Them niggas was cool. I ain't gonna lie. But Jamal was the coolest. Jamal was the coolest in the school. Now that I'm thinking about it. That nigga Jamal, anyways. Yeah, I always envied that fool because he could jump his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Look, man, when I tell you I was on the double dutch team and we used to just challenge other grades and other people in our school. We didn't really like go like nationwide with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But ultimately, your girl was on the team and I could jump my behind off. Okay. I could jump my behind off. And honestly, I haven't jumped rope, but even when I looked at this video, I haven't jumped rope in years. But I feel like if somebody turned it right now, I could jump in. This right here, now I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't doing all that flipping and all of that. That's some old competition stuff. We didn't do all of that. I didn't. I didn't flip in all of that, jumping in with eating chicken and all of that. I didn't do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just regular Dutch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do all of the competition double Dutch. But I did do, the regular hood double Dutch. But neither here nor there. Did we use bamboo sticks? No, we didn't use no bamboo sticks. But it's funny you mentioned that. So the Vietnamese people, remember I told you I went to school with a lot of Vietnamese. And they used to take these rubber bands and they used to tie them together. And they put them around each other's ankles. It's crazy. Listen to me. They put it around each other's ankles. Like I have two people on each end turning. Okay, they got two people on each end with the rope around their ankles or whatever. And then the Vietnamese girl come in and she kind of like tie her feet up in the rubber band, but then she untie them and then she tie them back in and then she. But if you ask me, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like that was a playoff for double dutch. That was a playoff for double dutch because it was kind of like the same concept, but not really the same. But I don't know about no bamboo sticks. I seen that on a movie or something. I ain't never seen that. But let me say this though. Right, Lyric said jumping in with a TV and a baby is a hood athleticism. Hell yeah. Let me say this, bro. It's certain things that's only for us. That is indigenous to us. And for the longest, even though we had all these things in our possession, we was still, I know I did. I used to believe we didn't have no culture. When the whole time, all these other people we see and doing things similar are copying off of us. And what we do now, we've always done. Let's really be clear about that. If you want to understand the present, you have to understand the past. That means everything that's done before is being done again. Okay. That's just what it is. And I get it. We'll sit up here and think that we got all of this stuff from slavery. That's the clear man trying to get in your head to make you believe prior to slavery, you had no culture. Throw away all of that stuff. You didn't learn to cook through slavery, through scraps. That's a lie. And whatever you are cooking and eating now, you were cooking and eating before you so-called, if your people went through slavery. Stop doing that. That's the biggest misconception and the biggest mistake they give to us that takes us away from who we are as an identity. You did not gain all of this stuff by going through slavery. You were doing this if your people went through slavery prior to, during, and after, because there's nothing new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. You didn't have no ethnogenesis. We talked about that before as well. You are who you have always been. Okay, let's really be clear about that. If people can disagree, and that's fine, but I'm just telling you right now, it makes no sense that you got to go through such oppression to become creative and innovative. That makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. Okay. Now, when I saw this, it just sparked so much nostalgia, bro. And it made me think about middle school, high school, not really high school, because I didn't jump much in high school. I was in the band and stuff. But when it sparked a lot of nostalgia in elementary school and middle school. And it's crazy how even though nobody teaches you technically how to jump double dutch, you just pick it up. Like, don't get me wrong. When you jump off the porch into double dutch, you don't jump off knowing everything. Like, you don't jump off being able to do like Tiana Taylor. But it's somehow you get to start it. Like, you get to, you watch it and you get to jump right in and become so efficient at it that you become like this great, you know what I mean? Especially if you continue to do it. That tells you it's innate. It's in you, not on you. Okay, it's in you and not on you. That's what this is all about. And just, watching this and seeing this, I ain't gonna lie, it really just made me feel like, wow, like it just sparked a lot of nostalgia. And this here is a quote unquote Black American FBA, indigenous, Indian, Hebrew Israelite, nigga, whatever Black Americans want to call themselves, people in America that are indigenous to this land, who have their family on the Dawes rolls and or the census between the mid 1800s and beyond. Yo, people, that's what I'm talking about. This is indigenous to you, and that's okay. And you should embrace this, and you should love on this. You know what I'm saying? You should love on this because this is your culture, and everybody else is a carbon copy of what you have always done for centuries since the beginning of time. Okay. Now, I also wanted to use that to say this. Oh girl, I haven't cut the camera off. My bad. I also wanted to take that to say this. So let's get into this FBA flag thing, right? So apparently this girl, I don't know who she is, but she posted that she didn't know that there was a Black American flag. Now, in the midst of posting this, she's going to turn right back around and be like, but I'm a Black American, even though she is Haitian, okay? And this is why I'm telling you, nignogs, you got to get rid of this Black American, the black part, you're going to have to get rid of it. If you want to have your identity and an identity that nobody's going to be able to take, you're going to have to get rid of it. If you do not, you will continue to be having these issues that you have right now, because technically, like I said, it was so-called Black Americans who told every other melanated person. Hell, y'all even went as far as the one drop rule. Y'all will argue and windmill with these people down to the ground and tell them they Black. The Dominican came and said, I know Black, I know Black. You took so much offense to it. You dragged the Dominican people. You did all of this stuff to the Dominican people. Cool. Now the Dominican people want to say they Black, and now you want to say, nah. You not a Black American though. Make up your mind. Tyler, the girl came out and said she's colored. That is actually a status in Africa where she's from. But y'all windmill with y'all head down. The girl is probably an octoroon at best. And y'all windmill with y'all head down to make this girl say that she Black and other people like her. So when these octoroons and these racially ambiguous people come over here and tell you that they're Black American, or they can claim FBA, shut your mouth because you put it on them. This is all I'm saying. Okay? If you want to have your own identity, the Black term is going to have to go. But if y'all want to hold on to it, you're going to be fighting for it for the rest of your life. I'm just telling you now, because you have implemented in a lot of these people that they are Black. And guess what? They're going to come in droves, especially if you get any type of benefits. They're going to come in droves and say, I'm Black too. I'm Black too. Remember you said the one drop rule? Well, my great grandmother is Black. So that means I'm Black. I need my reparations, or I need this. You just don't get it. So this is what happened. So this girl, Gail Bean, was wearing a Black American heritage flag on her jacket, okay? For those who want to see what it looked like, let me show you what it looks like. This is supposed to be the Black American heritage flag jacket. I'm going to tell you right now, I heard about this, but I had never heard of it. Who made this? And how do y'all know who made this? And why are Black Americans just picking up on anything just because they put a name on it? I want to see something, because I'm not just going to grab a hold of something because I'm proud to have something of my own. I'm not doing that. Let me see. Who created the Black American flag? Melvin Charles and Gleason T. Jackson. The flag was created in 1967 by Melvin Charles and Gleason T. Jackson. The idea to create the flag came about during the civil rights era. Red flag. When Charles realized that every other group of people had a flag at parades except Black Americans. Now that's according to Wiki. Scroll down. Hold on. Hold on, because I saw a clear, man. Stand by. I'm trying to see. I'm reading this article. Who is Melvin Charles and the other person? Are they clear? Hold on. I'm doing a little investigation now. Hold on. Stand by. Do y'all know who these people are? Melvin Charles, Gleason Jackson. Well, Jackson sounds black, but who you never know. Melvin Charles flag. Let me see. Okay, this Melvin Charles guy looks to be black. I'll tell you this. I'm very skeptical of the civil rights era, of things that came out of the civil rights era, because if you know and understand the psyop that was, then you understand. You can't see. I'll show you. Hold on, because I was just looking for me, but I'll show you. There you go. So this is supposed to be the guy, Melvin Charles. This supposed to be him. This is the guy who's supposed to be done created the Black American flag. But neither here nor there. Only thing I'm saying to y'all is, ain't nothing wrong with adopting the flag if that's what you want to do. Just do your research. Now I'm gonna do my research on it because I'm curious. I'm skeptical of everything come out of the civil rights era, but neither here nor there. So back to the story. The girl wore the Black American flag on her costume. Who is Gail Bean? On her jacket, I'm sorry. And when she did that, some girl named Saint Mother Kenny says, y'all, I am 36 and never knew there was a Black American flag. Why was this hidden from me? Now, social media started going crazy, Twitter in particular, and was like, girl, first of all, you a Haitian. So first of all, there's that. There's one reason why you wouldn't know. And I'm gonna be honest, if it wasn't for within the last year, I didn't know they had a Black American flag either. I don't know what the symbolism is. Oh, she is the actress from Snowfall. That's old girl. That's what's his name? Old lady. She was on crack. There you go. She's the girl who was in Snowfall. She was the one, the little chubby one who used to sell crack. His old lady, she was on crack. She ended up getting addicted. Yeah. And she was on P Valley. Yeah, she sure was too. I remember her. Wanda, that's her name. Leon is the boy. Wanda is the girl. Thank y'all. Y'all be blessing me with these names. Y'all know how I am with the names. So, okay. So then this girl, Kenya, comes and says, I'm 36 and never heard nothing about the Black American flag. And now ensues the fight. So the girl says, baby, listen, if y'all being weird, this is the girl responding to people saying, you said you was Haitian. So here's a tweet. She says, once again, I am Black American. Listen to why she says she's Black American. My dad is African American, hence the last name of my slave name. My mom is of Haitian descent, but born here, as well as my grandparents and great grandparents. Now, first of all, let me poke holes into this right quick. So she's saying that her dad is a Black American simply because of his last name. False. Then she goes on to say, my mom was born here. However, she is of Haitian descent. So she's trying to say at least 2 to 3 generations coming from Haiti that they are from America. You are not deemed what I understand the definition of a Black American to be. And I'm talking about the FBA, foundational Black American. And this is what I'm telling y'all. This is how these people are going to doggone tether off of your struggle, because you just won't let go of the term Black. I get it. But prior to the 60s, really the 80s, but prior to the 60s, your ancestors detested that term. They hated it. Being called black was fighting words. And now if somebody says, hey, why don't we come up with another name other than black? You get windmill from the Tethers and from the so-called black people in America. You cannot make this up. Let it go. Because it's not just her that's going to come in and try to tether off of it. A whole slew of people are going to come in and try to tether off of it. Okay? Because you have made black a blanket term. Okay? Let me say this really clearly. FBA, Black Americans, whatever, you have made black a blanket term. You have fought for it to be a blanket term, and I get it. Black America, because I'm guilty too. I thought we were all one big nigga. I did. I thought that because we were taught that. We're indoctrinated through school, through the church, this Pan-African crap. We thought that we're all one. And when people would come for here from other places and we would say, but you black, and they'd be like, no, we not. We took offense to it because we were taught that. We were indoctrinated that from a little bitty, from conception or inception, I'm sorry. But the problem is now that we're awaking, we understand that my black is different from your black, meaning my Jamaican black people, even though I feel like we more related to the Caribbean blacks than anything. I know we more created to the Caribbean blacks than anything. And I hate the ones that come over here and try to like divide and all that stuff because that's weird. But neither here nor there. We are more created to them than actually the Africans. However, the North American, the United States black is different from the South American black, okay? The Mexican black can be different from the United States black, so on and so forth. Same with the Caribbean, same with the Puerto Rican, same with the Hispanic, and same with the African. Although we share a skin color, we are different. And that's okay. But what I'm saying is we have to have another identity outside of the term black. I like the term freedman because freedman gives really real credence to who and what you are lineage wise. Okay. Because if your parents or if your lineage don't go back to that term where we were classified as freedmen, then yeah, we already know what it is. But neither here nor there, because this is not why I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to talk about why and how these people are going to tether off of your so-called black, because right now it has currency, it has clout. Being an FBA is the currency and the clout right now on social media. So you're gonna get everybody coming out of everywhere saying, but I'm FBA too, but I'm Black American too. What's the big problem? This is what she says, baby, listen, all y'all being weird. I have to prove to you my blackness. But if I showed you my ancestry, then what? I get a Twitter medal. Do I get inducted into the Black Hall of Fame? I'm Black American, end of story. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And let me just say this to the Haitian blacks. I love y'all. To the ones who rock with us, I love y'all. But see, you Haitian blacks, y'all have been the most outside of the Africans. I gotta say that. I'm talking about the ones over here in America. I'm not talking about the ones in Haiti. I'm not talking about the Africans in Africa. I'm talking about I'll say my experience being in America. The Haitian black people, you mother effers have been one of the most group of people who want to delineate first. Y'all so right, disrespectful. Y'all, boy, man, watch out. I'm trying to mind my words. It's funny now that the Haitian blacks are trying to tether on because I thought y'all would be the last. The way y'all used to handle us and talk to us and about us, I thought y'all would be the last. The last, to be completely honest. Now all of a sudden y'all get on this social media hollering about, oh, we all black. I don't have to prove my blackness. Heifer, you were saying you was everything but it prior to. Now all of a sudden you black and you don't have to prove it. I'm Black American. It don't matter. You got to get rid of the term. And and when I be speaking about these people, I don't speak about everybody because nobody is a monolith. We got a lot of allies in our corner. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of allies in our corner when it comes to Black America. So don't ever get that twisted. Oh, my plant fell over. What I'm saying is there are groups of people that come from these other places and they do that tether thing. And then they turn around and give us the arse to kiss when it benefits them. And it's so annoying. And the Haitians, no cap. I never thought I'd see a Haitian fight to say they're Black American. I never thought I'd see it. I never thought I'd see a Haitian fight for the term Black American. I just never thought I'd see it. I ain't gonna lie. And from my experience, the American Haitian and the American Nigerians are the Black Americans' worst enemy. In America, not over there. In America. I'm talking about the ones over here, the Western ones. In my experience, I could be wrong, but in my experience, the Black Haitian, the American Haitian, and the American Nigerian has been the Black Americans' worst freaking enemy. And I just find it funny. Oh, and let me address this too. That has been another big misconception, because everybody, you see people in New Orleans, because I think this girl say one of her parents is from New Orleans, but they Haitian or whatever the case may be. I'm born and raised. My mama born and raised. My grandma born and raised. I got 3 generations in New Orleans. But my roots go back to Mississippi, because my great grandmother came from Mississippi to New Orleans. So let's really be clear about that. But all the years that I've roamed the city of New Orleans, and I've roamed uptown, downtown, the east, the West Bank, Kenner, Metairie, girl, everywhere in its surrounding areas. Do you hear me? I have yet to run across a full-blooded Haitian. Now, I'm not saying they don't exist, but I have yet to. No, I'm lying. This girl who went to school with me, I think they was African though, because they was different. But other than that, neither here nor there. If you do run across, it's one every blue moon, green moon. You never hardly see them. So for people to be like, oh, when it comes to New Orleans, because now we're the thing, because we went through the whole Super Bowl thing. Now everybody want to give our credit to Haitians. Haitian this, Haitian that. That is cap. That is cap. That is kibbity cap. I'm 42 years old. I have yet to even run across people to be like, oh, my grandma Haitian. My aunt Haitian. My daddy Haitian. I haven't seen it. Matter of fact, I seen Chopper City on an interview talking about his people Haitian. I never seen it, but he's from Kenner, so I don't know. Or across the river or something. I don't know the country. I don't know. Haiti can't take no credit for New Orleans. None. We don't have, man. Oh, and by the way, when the so-called Haitians were coming to New Orleans, it wasn't the black ones. Remember, they won the war. Why would they win the war and then flee their country? Think about it. If I fight you for my house and I win, why would I then leave my house for you to stay? That makes absolutely no sense. Most of the Haitians that came from Haiti were clear. They were that's them Cajuns y'all see around there. In the country, in the bayou. RP say plenty of Haitians in no. I don't know where you from, and maybe they got them there now because there's a lot of tethers all over. Shout out to y'all Democratic mayors. So it's a lot. I don't know what they got now, but I'm telling you, growing up, when I grew up, I ain't never ran across none. I ain't never heard my mama say she ran across none, and I ain't never heard my grandma say she ran across none. So you could battle who you want to battle, but you can't battle me. I have never seen my mama talk about running across no Haitian. My grandma talk about running across no Haitian. Nobody in my family start talking about no Haitian. Now, New Orleans has become an open book like Atlanta. Atlanta right now is no longer the so-called Black American Mecca. It's Tether Nation. It's Tether Nation in Atlanta. Probably the same thing is happening in New Orleans because y'all Democratic mayors coming in there, opening the floodgates to give all these people all your stuff. But ain't no plenty Haitians in New Orleans, and if they is, they just got there. I'm just saying. But ultimately, I'm saying all that to say, there's one group of people who've never had to take on the identities of others. Everybody else come take on everybody else's identities. We don't morph into other people when we get around them. They tried to morph us into the Africans in the 70s with the African thing. And that kind of took a trend as far as clothes wise, but it didn't take a trend of as much as they would have liked to identity wise. Now, don't get me wrong. Here come Jesse Jackson in the 80s talking about oh yeah, well, we gonna be our African Americans, and we fell for the banana in the tailpipe, but we waking up from that. We are who we are. We've always been, even under the umbrella of African American, we've always been a distinct group of people. We have our own culture, our own food, our own language. Don't get on, because I heard that. Well, what's your language? Why you on here saying yo? Why you on here saying what up? Why you on every single thing and way in which these people come here and talk come from Black America? You got clear people saying, clock it, clock. What you think this is? What do you think that is? We have our own language. That's why they have a whole book for African American, as they called us back then, vernacular, Ebonics. They study us. Stop acting crazy. We have our own language. You speak it every day. So don't do that. Okay? But neither here nor there. I'm saying all that to say you're going to get a lot of this tether stuff happening because you continue to lump yourself into Black. But it's Black Americans, we got to give ourselves, it's our fault. It wasn't, they didn't come here saying that they were Black. We made them people say that they were Black. Now that they're catching on, we got to take the L. We got to find another identity. We got to find another identity. Now I want to move on to this really quickly because we got to move on with the show. So then boom. This girl, Saint Mother Kenny, she ain't no FBA for the definition, which I know it. She's not, but she's that's what she's doing. Now, this person says she's still waiting on an apology from Garcelle Bouvet to apologize for this. Because remember they made Kenya Moore apologize for wearing an Indian costume during Halloween. Put a one in the chat if you remember that. And Kenya Moore was like, but I have Cherokee. I'm Cherokee. Like, what do you mean? Why can't I wear the Indian garb? Let me tell you something. I keep telling y'all, it's a group of these people they play with, and it's a whole group of people they do not play with. Because we just had a whole display at the Super Bowl. Listen, we had a whole display of Indians at the Super Bowl, and them folks didn't open their mouth because they know who to play with and who not to play with. This is the thing. The American is the Indian, okay? The Native Americans, them $5 footlongs, you are imposters, Mongolian. You are not the real Indian. How dare you get on here and tell anybody of indigenous descent? I don't care if it's a Haitian indigenous person or and I don't even know about the indigenous story of Haiti, so let me not speak on that. But the indigenous people of the islands, the Caribbeans, all these other people in North America and South America. How dare you say that we owe you an apology for anything? And so-called Black Americans, y'all need to be more unapologetic about it. Stop letting these people orange juice you into believing that you're wrong for celebrating who and what you are. You are the indigenous Indian, okay? Let's really be clear about that. Do your freaking genealogy and see that when them folks come here, this is who they ran across. You are the indigenous Indian. Don't let nobody tell you you owe them an apology for a freaking thing. Because listen, if you look at, matter of fact, I'm about to show you one better. Let's put this to bed. Let's put this to bed because I'm tired. I'm still waiting on Garcelle to give me an apology. Not to no $5 footlong. I'll be damned. You lying to me. You freaking lying to me. Hold on. Let's put this to bed. Hold on, I might just send it to myself. Let's put this to bed right now, and I don't care how long it takes. Let's put this to bed because I'm not about to keep doing this. All right, let's get it. Y'all get the likes up on the video while I pull this up. Get the likes up on the video while I pull this up. Let me present to you hold on. All right. Let me present to you Exhibit A. Let me put this down. Now, in the 1700s, the Europeans, probably Negropeans, grew a map. Okay. They drew a map, and they also depicted the people in which they found on said map. Can I blow this up a bit? Yes, I can. Can you guys see this? Can y'all see this? Let me see if y'all can see it. Yeah, y'all can see it. Okay, so here is the map in which they drew. Well, some of the maps in which they drew. And on these maps, they talk about the things that they found here. And remember these depictions. Look, they bringing over your Christianity and your white Jesus right here. These depictions, because that's what they are. That's what they want you to believe it was exactly the way it was on their side. Remember, the loser's telling the story now. This is the history. You look at these people right here on this side. These are the people they encountered when they came to the Americas, okay? These are the people they encountered. These are dark-skinned black people with feathers, with fringes, and every single thing else, okay? So when they get on here telling you, oh, you need to apologize for what? Apologize for what exactly? Look at these pictures. America, listen, look at the pictures. Now, this is in Spanish, so this must be Spain who's coming over here with this depiction. Look at the pictures of look at what the people look like in this photo. And you want me to believe that Garcelle should apologize for her garb? Have you lost your rabbit? She don't need to apologize for a doggone thing. Nobody in Black America should apologize for anything. This is why they don't play with the doggone Indians in New Orleans. I don't give a damn if they want to rename them Mardi Gras Indians. They ain't no Mardi Gras Indians. They are Black masking Indians. They are Indians, indigenous, engines of the land. Okay? So with that being said, can't nobody get on here and tell you you should apologize if you want to put feathers in your head. They know who you are. The problem is you don't know who you are. And that's why they continue to hold your heritage over your head and make you apologize for celebrating who you are. This is what they said they found. This is what they said they found. Don't do that. Now to move on, let me close this up really quickly. I have showed y'all multiple photos and multiple of everything that tells you what these people found when they encountered America. I showed you this one. That's the one I just showed you. I showed you this one. This was the emblem of America. As you can see, that's obviously a dark, swarthy skinned person. I showed you this one. This was a depiction. Well, this is the whitewash depiction. Let me show you the real depiction. This is the original depiction of what they saw when they come here. We're not doing that. And Black people, Black Americans, whatever you call yourself today, you need to be unapologetic about your heritage. Do your genealogy, find out who you are. And when you find out who you are, if you want to put 12 feathers in your cap, stick them in your hat and call yourself Applejack. And don't let nobody bully you out of not being who you are. Okay? I just had to get that off. So Garcelle, wear your feathers, fat. Because if the Indians in New Orleans can wear them and ain't nobody gonna say nothing, you can wear yours. Wear your feathers, fat. But Black America, we got some work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Now, let's move on. Get the likes up on the video. Hold on, let me read some of these super chats. Lashes Pure Organic Tea. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Says Vu, my 14th grandchild just made 14th. Back up. How many grandchildren you got? Jeez Christ. My 14th grandchild just made her entrance this morning. I'm so excited. 8 girls and 6 boys. Girl, you better be fruitful and multiply. You best to be fruitful and multiply. I ain't mad at it. That's what's up. Oh, and I'm glad you brought this up too, Lashes Pure Organic Tea. Congratulations, first and foremost. Secondly, all you black women going down there letting them people tell y'all got to put y'all eggs in a petri dish to have babies. You some new age foods. Now, some of us have issues. Don't get me wrong, but not to the effect in which they telling us. Stop going get these test tube babies. You can have your baby. Unless you have some real serious issues, the majority of us ain't having these issues like y'all claim. Y'all want to just be convenient and stuff. Have your churn. You don't know what they doing in them doggone petri dishes anyway. Damn child come out a whole AI. Damn child come out morphing like a Power Ranger. Now you don't know what's going on. Pterodactyl. Now you scared. Girl, please. Thank you for being a member for 6 months, and congratulations, Lashes Pure Organic. Hey, TD, thank you so much. Good morning, beautiful. I'm 58 years old, and we did the rubber band game you speak of in elementary school. Oh, you did? That's what's up. Thank you so much, TD, for always coming through, showing love and support. And obviously making it rain per usual. Let's make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Yay. Thank you so much, TD. I appreciate you so much. And y'all used to play with the rubber band, so they probably stole that too. I believe it. Damn morphers. I believe it. Thank you so much. Miss Florida, thank you for becoming a new member. They say, oh, somebody say they stealing eggs. Listen, did y'all see the clear man? Put a one in the chat. You saw the clear doctor who was impregnating all them women with his little swimmers. It turns out he had fathered like 1,000 children. Girl, y'all keep going down there letting Shamia and them get on this social media and on these reality shows telling y'all, yeah, girl, because I had an ectopic pregnancy, so I need to just go ahead on and put my other babies in you. Go ahead on now. You don't know who the dad is. You don't even know if that's your egg for real. And then this doctor, who is and what is he? Why was he able to get away with that so long? How would this affect all those children he fathered? Y'all not all right. Watch out. Because y'all playing. Go ahead on, keep putting your babies in the petri dish. Go ahead on. Y'all playing. Who is this clear man who fathered over 1,000 kids? And how is this gonna? What if all 1,000 of these little MFers is malfunctioned or something? We just gonna go on with our lives, huh? They say it's a documentary on Netflix. It's a true story, too. It's a true story. Y'all keep playing. Go ahead on. Put the eggs in the freezer. I don't want to have kids in my 20s. I want to wait until I'm 59 to have my children. Girl, you a new age fool. Girl, I had my daughter at 19. Best decision I made. Girl, by the time my child was 18 with the college, girl, I was still young, lit, and ready to roll. Girl, what is you saying? Y'all want to be changing diapers at 50? Ain't me. Y'all better than me. And you know what that means when a black person say you better than me. Girl, please, you want to hold on to eggs and put them in the freezer because you ain't ready. Girl, you better pop that baby out and figure it out like the rest of us. Shit, we all made it. You'll make it. You'll be all right. It's hard at first. But girl, who's trying to change diapers? That girl, you coming in the graduation, bitch, looking like you need help through the handicap area because you can't walk no more. Girl, please. I ain't telling you how to have your children, but I'm just saying. It was hard at 19, but it was the best decision I ever made because, girl, by the time my child went off to college, Girl, I'm still lit and young. What's up? Traveling. You ain't gonna be able to travel. Your diabetes gonna be bad. That heart disease gonna stop. That heart disease gonna stop you from traveling. By the time your child get to high school, girl, please. Oh, I'm gonna travel. No, you're not. No, you're not. That gout gonna be done set in. You ain't gonna be able to sit on the plane. Now you gotta stay home. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? Man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Girl, please. Wait until you 45, 50 to have a baby. And shout out to the people who had a baby that old. But I'm just saying, intentionally doing that, that's next level. That's next level insanitary to me. I'm just saying. You coming to school to pick up your baby. Who that is? That's your grandma? That's my mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Now you feel played. Girl, please. They 6 years old. They don't know. Fuck. They don't know. What you want them to think? They 6. They don't know. Shoot, you look older than their mama. They just trying to figure it out. Now you mad at the 6-year-old because he thought you was the grandma. Come on, man. Go lay down. I'm churn. Churn gonna be honest. They gonna be honest and they gonna say what they got to say. It ain't the little boy fault. Because when you came in, he said, "Oh, that's your grandpa?" No, I ain't. That's my daddy. Your daddy had worms when he had you. Y'all remember the old folks used to say them old men got worms? Girl, your daddy shot worms in your mama, girl. Please. Mm-hmm. Girl, I'm telling you. Having that second boost at life in the early 40s, late 30s, early 40s, that's the life, I'm telling you. Girl, moving on. Moving on, girl, with that old man with them worms, girl. Couldn't be me. I don't want no worms up in me. Mm-mm. Thank you, Love is Stronger Than That, for the super chat. Says, I'm working on my family tree. My grandmother has 16 kids, 50 grandkids, 79 great grandkids, 14 great grandkids. Found out my great grandma was a full-blooded Indian. Of course she was. And a lot of people, that's why I say this is why genealogy is important. Oh, Love is Stronger Than That too. Also, make sure you find out the tribe and start doing a little history on the tribe too, and the family, how it relates to the tribe. Amen. Find yourself, how Top Cats be saying, find yourself in the story. That's the key to all of this. Finding yourself in the story. All right. Now let's move on. Let's go get Kenya. No. Let's go get the African guy who's gonna tell y'all. Now, this to the American Africans. Shout out to my American Africans, the ones who ain't like the one I'm about to show y'all. Well, not him. He's talking about his parents. I told y'all about my experience with the Nigerian guy that I was cool with. We wasn't even dating, and his mama thought we was dating, and she started speaking all kind of deep voice African. You know what I'm saying? Is it me? But do the women in Africa have real deep voices? Oh no. What do you mean you take him home? You take him home? No. Buddy. No. You're disrespecting your mother. Are your mother? Who is this? Is it me? I got a little bass in there, huh? Like a whole bunch of baritone burrises speaking a whole nother language. No shade. I'm just saying, I just noticed y'all be having deep voices and all of that. But shout out to the Africans. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Africans. No shade. But I just want to say this. So this guy does this interview. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all ever seen an African parent or African woman get mad? Girl, I don't know if it's the mom or the daddy. I be saying, who that is? I'm your mother. Oh, my bad. I didn't know. You giving Barry White teas, girl. I didn't know. Shit. It's a culture thing. Sorry. But anyway. Y'all can say I'm wrong, but I ain't lying. Let's move on. So this guy talks about how his parents would rather, and some African parents, he said, according to him, it says most African parents would prefer you dating a white person than a Black American. And this is a lot of sentiments in America, okay? Let's get into it. Y'all get the lights up.
Being a man from an African family, what would your family say about you bringing like an American woman?
My daughter's mom is American. Most African parents if we're being honest, they would actually prefer you bring home a white person. It's messed up because, like, we talk about Uncle Tom's and racism and what it did to African Americans, but colonialism did a number on Africans. So a lot of Africans, they default to thinking white people are
superior.
So it goes from white people to Asian, Hispanic, and then black. America's number one export is
Wait, pause. That's deep what he just said.
white people are
superior.
So it goes from white people to Asian, Hispanic, and then black.
He said it goes from white people to Asians to Hispanics, then blacks. It seemed to me that it's wrapped up in a lot of identity. It's wrapped up in a lot of skin color. You know what I mean? That's what it seemed to me. That's why the blacks would be at the bottom of the totem pole. As a matter of fact, I was watching Young, Rich, and African, and I was watching the clear girl. What's her name? Kaylee. The clear girl on there messing with Naked, the DJ, and how she's all like, oh, I just really want to for us to be married. He dragging his feet about being married to them. And I'm watching the black women like tell him like, oh, she really loves you. She really cares about you. She really is here for you. And I'm saying, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the girl that may not love him. She may love him. But them people is sent there. Let's move on. But I just thought it was I thought it was weird that it was the black Africans convincing him to get married to her.
America's number one export is entertainment. A lot of Africans know our culture as far as our food and our clothes and things like that, but we don't necessarily know the context. So we don't consider y'all's context. So we don't think about Jim Crow, or we don't think about, post-traumatic slavery. We don't think about that stuff. So we just look at it kind of like how Asian people look at it. Why are those niggas acting the way that they
Being a man from an African family, what would your family?
Let me say this. Shout out to the Africans, even the ones who think like that. I'm not mad at the Africans for the way that they see Black Americans. I think that is messed up because we don't see them like that. But again, I tell y'all this. When a people have self-identity, they tend to delineate like automatically. And they tend to self-preserve. Listen, the way that a people and a place stays alive or stays fruitful is you have to self-preserve. So from a standpoint of me taking myself out the equation as a Black American and looking at it from the outside looking in, I can understand the African coming over here like, nah, bro, we need you to procreate with either us or we need you to procreate with the clears. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, and somebody else said it earlier too, Meek, white is a class. It is a status. Somebody else put that in the chat. Shout out to the person who put that in the chat. It is a status. But I think it's bigger than the status too. I think that even Black Americans have suffered from this. People want the biracial kids. People want to lighten up the features. People want to soften up the features. People don't want to procreate themselves. I think that plays a major role in it too. With the Africans and even Black Americans and some blacks all over. I think a lot of times we don't want to procreate ourselves. That's why you see a lot of these athletes and rappers, they go get the lighter skinned girls. You know what I mean? What Wayne said, fine black bitch, but she be better if she yellow or red, something like that. He said, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. And it's not just with men, it's with the women too. Oh yeah, Serena Williams, in my opinion, is one hella person like that. Serena Williams had been ribbed and dragged for her looks her whole career. It makes sense that she would go procreate with a white person. Now, don't get me wrong, she did try to date Black people, but ultimately it just is what it is. But to get back to what this African guy is saying, with Africans wanting their people to procreate with whites, he said Asians, then Hispanics, then Blacks. And he didn't say Black Americans, he said Blacks. Well, but I guess he meant Black Americans. It makes sense from a status standpoint, but I think it's more of a psychological standpoint. And I think that Black people all across the globe, there are groups in every group of Black people that suffer from the same ideology. And it sucks and it's sad. The divestors, y'all are just the same. If you are a Black woman and you're a divestor, you are the exact same. You just don't know it yet. You thinking that you're doing it because you're frustrated with the outcome with a group of men that you choose. Can we talk right quick? This is no shade, but I got to bring us in it. To the Black American divestors, you really think you different from these people, but you the exact same person. You chose a bunch of ain't shit niggas and can't get right with them and then choose to just completely divest and hate black men altogether. You are the same thing that these Africans that we think these Africans are. You the same thing. You're no different. You just masking it in something else. I'm just being honest. I'm just being completely honest. Because if I'm going to chastise the African, I got to chastise us all, because we all have a level of this stuff in all of our communities. The Caribbean community, the Hispanic community. You don't think that I don't think that Amara Ledummy, you don't think that I don't think she purposely procreated with Alan, the lighter skinned, fairer skinned Dominican? You don't think that I thought that that was on purpose? Like, think about it. Come on now. I need y'all to really think of it. People don't want to procreate with themselves. And for some of them have reasons. But I'm saying all that to say it's a thing all over. But for the Africans, the American African, that's the ones who come from Africa and come over here. To the American African who come over here and hold their nose down on Black America, as a Black American, you can kiss the blackest part of my ass. But as a person taking myself out of it, I understand you got to self-preserve your community. I told y'all, I don't mind a racist person. I actually feel like a person should be racist and should say that they are superior to other people. My problem is my people don't do the same. That's going to always be my problem. My problem ain't never the fact that whites think they better than us, that Africans think they better than us. My problem is never that. My problem is always that my people don't hold their own selves in that regard to put themselves up on that pedestal. That will always be my issue. Because if we felt like them and thought like them and acted like them, we would be untouchable and un-F-wittable. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying. We would be un-F-wittable if we took on the ideas and ideals that a lot of these other people have. And we would self-preserve. And we would be great at gatekeeping, because we can't seem to do that to save our lives. But neither here nor there. Yeah, I get it. It is what it is. It don't offend me, though. We got to stop being offensive behind this stuff, too. Who cares? Good. Let me know what it is so you can stay over there. Don't come bring your ass over here. Nah, nigga, we can't skate. We can't be cool. I don't want no. Stay over there. Stay your foo-foo eating ass over there. Don't come over here asking me for a piece of my fried chicken. I be the oops upside your goddamn head. Eat your foo-foo. Get your Play-Doh and your gravy. Take your fingers, dip it in, and foo-foo it out. Sit Indian style. Foo-foo it out, nigga. Don't come over here asking me for a plate of my oxtails. Don't come over here asking me for a plate of my my baked macaroni and my greens and my cabbage. Not my ribs. I know. Take your fingers like this. I seen it on Good Times. Remember when eBay was showing them how to eat it? Look, remember when eBay was on Good Times, when Thelma was getting married to eBay, but she realized she was a concubine. eBay had them all sitting in Indian style. Poor Florida couldn't even get back up. Poor Florida. He had them all sitting in Indian style in their gowns, and he had told them, "Take the fufu, take the fufu." And he said, "Do like this." And then he had them in the hand. I remember it was like this, because I remember looking like, that shit looked like Play-Doh. What is that? And then he said, and you dip, and then you, and look at Florida. That's good. Florida know that shit was horrible. Florida, go lay down, gap teeth. Florida was sitting over there. That's good. Girl, that shit was horrible. Play-Doh. I don't want to eat that ugly ass shit. You know, I had to get my digs off. Y'all be digging on us. You damn right. Yeah, so don't come over here, want to listen to our hip hop and all of that. Now you want to play? No, nigga. Yes, the cookout is rescinded to the other ones too, not just the clears. ain't coming over here. No, you can't have none of it. No. Now, the only people I don't want beef with is the people who be making them oxtails and them plantains. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Shout out to my Caribbean people, girls. See them plantains and them oxtails? Bitch, please. Let's do a trade deal. We could talk about it. Let's talk about it. I don't want no problems with the oxtail people. I don't want no smoke with y'all, baby. Don't want none. Girl, please. To the oxtail people, love y'all. Hey, big head. We could do a trade. We'll discuss it. We'll sit down at the table. You know what I'm saying? And discuss it. You get it? I'm from New Orleans, girl. I didn't taste oxtails till I moved to Atlanta. We didn't have oxtails in New Orleans. Now, I know some country people talked about cooking them, because I know in Georgia, out here in the country, they be talking about cooking them. But I know in New Orleans, we didn't have them. So shout out to my oxtail people, girl. Love y'all forever. You and me, us never part. Mikey, da. Let's move on, girl. Let's go get Kenya first versus this nasally girl. So, okay, let's get into it. Girl, something, my eye itching. I don't know why. So, okay, Kenya Moore. Kenya, I owe you an apology, Fat. Yes, I do. I want to come on here and be the first to tell y'all I owe Kenya Moore hair care an apology. Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I owe Kenya Moore hair care an apology. And I want to come on here and say, Kenya, I'm sorry. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I acted off an impulse. I didn't get all the details. I just came out here and said you exposed that girl, Revenge P, and you're wrong. But then after I seen what I seen last night, you should have did more than that. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that, hold on. Let me check these supers. Lashes Pure Organic Tea. Vu, I'm 52. I'll be 53 in July 4th. I have 5 children, 3 girls, 35, 32, 31, and 2 sons, 28 and 25. See what I'm saying? That's how I'm trying to be. That's how I'm, girl, please. Churn in my 50s, girl, please. Matter of fact, I don't even like people with churn. I mean, I love people with churn, but I don't like being around y'all churn. I ain't gonna lie. I have a home that it's not a child-proof home, you know? Like when I come to people's house and the churn be running, I be like this. Listen, I be like this. See when they be asking for something to eat? You know what I mean? Like, I'm Sparrow. I'm sorry. I come from a child-free zone. Girl, ain't nothing in here child-proof. Girl, listen, when I be around people's house, especially if they got buku churn, mama, I be like the child shouldn't want their mama. But still, I don't know. It just, like, what do you want? Feed him? He get on my nerves. Like, dang. Like, he can't feed himself. Vu, girl, he's 2. I'm just saying, like, just put the food on the little thing, girl. Ugh. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. Girl, just put him in the car seat, girl, in the little high chair and put the little food on there. Spray some Oreos on it. He'll figure it out. The girl at my job, the clear girl, her whole house was sick. She called me sounding like somebody done put a plague on her. Oh, I'm not coming into work because my son came home sick. I said, ugh. I think it's from the daycare. Now my whole household is sick. Ugh. The daycare. Ugh. Ooh. Jesus. Ooh, I don't want you or the child. Get the child. Get that plague away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm not used to being around churn no more. You know, my nerves to get bad when I be around people churn, especially the little ones. The teenagers I could deal with because they don't normally want to be around us no way. But see, them little ones, who needs stuff. You got to go pick him up from school. Ugh. He can't catch the bus. Pick him up, girl. We drinking. What you mean? You gotta go pick him up. You don't want to go get no drinks? Oh, girl, I gotta go get my baby from. Girl, I don't want to hang with you no more. I don't want to hang with you no more. Okay, Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. Boo, I hate light skin. The nerve of me, right? I stay on somebody's island just to get some color. Oh, don't hate light skin. I rock with light skin people. My sister was light skinned. My sister, God bless her dead, was very light skinned with freckles. Her and my brother, is to be honest. But yeah. Oh, girl, itching up under here. Don't hate the light skins. That's part of us. That's our people. Miss Bug, thank you for the super chat. Boo, you are a natural born fool. I love you down to the ground. Thank you so much, and I love you too, Miss Bug. Andrea, thank you for the super chat. Now let's get into this Kenya Moore stuff. So, where was I going with this? Kenya, oh, girl, don't get me started. I hate school zones. I feel like, you know what I hate the most? Really quickly before we move to Kenya, I can't stand being behind a school bus. I gotta say this part. I gotta say this part. I can't stand being behind a school bus and that heifer come to a stop and that little red stop sign come out on both sides, and bitch, your child get off looking like they got churned themselves. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. The child coming off looking 35. And I got to wait for this child to get off the bus. I be waiting for the little bitty churn with the big old book bag. The book bag bigger than them. When I get behind the school bus and you're going to stop me, I want the little bitty churn with a book sack bigger than a child. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to run and drag the book sack, but it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? They look closed. I'm tired of being behind the school bus and your 25-year-old getting off. Oh, girl, I be wanting to ram the... That was just, you know what I mean? Y'all, forgive me. I just be wanting to ram the gas, bitch. I just want to pedal to the metal, girl. What? No. I might be wrong. Well, I know I'm wrong, but I don't care. I had to say that part out loud. I be thinking that. I'm tired. I'm tired of that. I'm already in a rush. Here you come. I hate being behind the school bus. I'm late for work. Here come the school bus. Here come your child. Looking like he been driving since he was 12, getting on the bus. Bitch, I ought to run over. Let's move on. So back to Kenya Moore. So Kenya Moore, I owe you an apology, my love. So Kenya Moore did some revenge pee against this girl, Britt, who's a new girl, and she was allegedly fired. Kenya said she wasn't fired. She said that she actually just parted ways. And now that I'm seeing what I see, I understand and I believe that. So I originally heard that she did revenge pee, and I said, Kenya, there's no excuse for this. There's no room for this. You're wrong. You should have been fired. That's what I said. But I owe Kenya an apology. This girl literally threatened Kenya Moore because she wanted to be in the in crowd with Kenya. Now, I've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I may do a review on it later on, but I just wanted to add this part in. So the girl, Britt, is a nasally girl. She sounds like this.
I don't know why people have an issue with me because I actually like Kenya and Kenya doesn't like me. And what she's not going to do is make me feel like I'm less than her because I'm not. I'm actually just as accomplished, just as beautiful, and Kenya is not going to make me feel like I shouldn't have an opinion.
That's the girl, Britt. She got a bad nose job. She looks so bad. And you know what? Who else I owe an apology? Who said that they all look? Toya Bush Harris. Toya Bush Harris said they all got botched face and they all look a mess. Well, I didn't, because I was on Toya's side when she said that. Y'all look a mess. And Portia, you shut up trying to take up for them. They look a mess. They look a mess. I'm sorry. They look a mess. They look a mess. They look a mess. Okay? So back to Britt. Britt wants so bad to be in Kenya's good grace. Britt act like she don't care about Kenya, but every single time she come around Kenya, mind you, she's a new girl with a best friend that she call her husband. Every single time she comes around Kenya, all this girl do is try to beat up Kenya's ass. If you feel like Kenya don't like you, why is you trying to be in her spaces? Why are when you in her spaces, you are trying to be close to her? Girl, if a bitch don't like me, I hate you. What do you mean? If I ever thought or felt like a bitch didn't like me, I hate you. I hate your children. I hate your mother, your father. I hate they mamas and daddies. I hate everything surrounding you, your house, your clothes, your shoes, your car. I hate you. I'm not trying to be in your vicinity. I don't want nothing to do with you, because if you don't like me, bitch, I hate you. Yes. Okay, but this girl Britt wants to act as if she don't really care, but every single time she's in the vicinity of Kenya, she's trying to be next to Kenya. Oh, Kenya, you're not gonna speak. No, girl, she walked up and spoke to everybody but you. Why do you care if she speaks to you? You don't like her and she don't like you. They do a game at the table this last episode where they wrote anonymous questions for people in the at the table, and she read off a question real aggressive, like, Kenya, why aren't you ever nice to Britt? And so Kenya was like, girl, I'm nice to everybody. I'm cordial with everybody. But that wasn't enough for Britt. Britt loses her mind. And Britt starts saying, girl, you gonna respect me, da, 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 da. Kenya said, girl, I don't deal with peasants. And that sends Britt over the top. Britt calls out for her husband. And in this situation, she basically talking about she got whips and pistols. Now, where I'm from, that is a direct threat. You don't have to say you're going to use it. For you to even mention it, that is a direct threat. As a matter of fact, where I'm from, if you say that, you may not walk away. Okay? You may not walk away where I'm from if you even mention having it, because somebody going to feel like I need to get you before you get me. Okay? So you mention that is a direct threat. And then Kenya even paid you dust, and that drove you even more. Then the husband must have been sitting outside, because she's like, where's my husband? So here come the husband, and he's trying to take the mic off her to save her duck ass, but she don't even see it, and she's still going in, because I'm not the one. Girl, you all bark and no bite. Because you talking all of that after this girl done paid you dust, and it drives you under your skin, whatever real color it is, because I feel like she bleached. Whatever your real skin color is, it gets under your skin, that Kenya don't care about you and will not give you your moment. And that's the problem. And so when you holler about pulling out a blicky or having a blicky, my bad, Kenya had every right to do whatever she wanted to do after that. I don't think Revenge P was enough, in my opinion. So I can't play the audio and the video, but what I will do is play the audio for y'all to see what happened in this situation after she asked Kenya why Kenya can't be nice to her. And Kenya said, girl, I'm nice to everybody. This sent her over the top. Look. Hold on.
Oh my God.
For a second. Wait. I want to see if they have.
Black girl, man. Don't act like I don't play them games. Wait, let me come on this side so I can be aware of my surroundings. What's up, baby? Sure. Oh my God.
Now, mind you, because I want you to see this. This is after the dinner, and Kenya paid her dust and called her a peasant. Kenya is leaving. Kenya like, girl, bye. I'm out. She is losing her ever-loving mind, because she can't believe that, number one, Kenya called her a peasant, but number two, if you really ain't no peasant, why is it hitting you so hard? But she want to walk up, let me walk this way so I can see my surroundings. Kenya is not no fighter. Kenya not gonna swing on you. That's the whole thing I was thinking the whole time. Now, if it was Portia, tread light. If it was Portia, then I would tell you to get security, because you know she's a little loose, something wrong, a few screws loose. But Kenya is not a fighter, baby. You ain't got to worry about Kenya sneaking you or doing nothing to you. You was overdoing it right here. You really was. Kenya is not going to lay her hands on you. Trust and believe.
For a second. All right. No, we're not done. We're still catching this moment. Okay, because it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Hold on. Let me find my husband first.
I have so many things though. This is a lot.
I still got my pistol, so I'm good.
You heard that? I mean, I still got my pistol, so regardless. This is my thing though. Where did that come from? How did you go from Y'all having a disagreement at the table. Kenya is leaving out, and then here you go holler. I still got my pistol, so regardless, what you think you need a pistol for? Kenya Moore, the hair care lady? Are you crazy? But that right there is a direct threat. Well, I can't show y'all the video and the audio because they're going to copyright me. So I'm letting y'all hear the audio and then I'll show y'all the still shots, okay? But no, you really is talking about you still got your pistol? Are you crazy? I can't show y'all the video and the audio, y'all. They're going to copyright me.
Girl, Kenny's here. When we're
Okay, can I put this in the car?
what are we doing? I don't know.
I was almost. I knew I should have just went. Okay, thank you.
You ready? Yeah.
I just want to put this down.
With you. Somebody find my husband. Where?
This is her. Somebody find her husband. Now, this is her on the phone calling her husband to come up there because she already ready to pop off. You know, didn't you just have a situation with your own blood sister who told you that every time y'all have an encounter, your husband don't have to be there? Girl, it's giving Croy and Kim. Why is he sitting outside the restaurant? I'm just asking a question. It's giving Kim and Croy.
Where you at, baby?
Can I put mine here? I don't think my car is here.
You know? Okay, well, you want to get in?
Yeah.
Okay, baby, I'm ready. I gotta let that bitch know. Don't play with me, bitch. She's good. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's good. Kenya, her little ditzy ass. Like, bitch, play that shit in front of the cameras. Don't play that with me. I don't play them games. Wait, let me come on this side. James, I got whips, pistols, everything.
See, she said it again. I got whips, pistols, and everything. All of this because Kenya called you a peasant. What's really the problem? First of all, if you're not into the tongue wrestling situation, please don't go back and forth with Kenya because Kenya will make you cry. Let's start that first. But where you come from with whips and pistols? Oh my. Like, that's really where you going with it, girl? Whips and pistols?
Thing. Play that shit in front of them camera. Don't play that with me. They need to take this shit off. I'm not playing with her. Do all that fake Hollywood shit. No, this is real life. This is real life. This is real life. I don't play them type of games. You're going to be respectful. No peasants. You're going to be respectful around here. And if you don't know, you're going to learn today. Today is the day you're going to learn. No, these bitches, I don't play these games. Kenya, you riding with us? Oh, you going?
Now look at Kenya. Kenya is so not unbothered, girl. Look at Kenya. Kenya unbothered getting in the car with Portia. So my, hey girl, where y'all going? Y'all going to get something to eat? And that's what's sending Britt over the edge because Kenya don't care. I'm telling you, you want to get under a bitch skin? Don't give up. Don't give up. And that's why she's still over there in the corner with her husband, best friend husband, over there talking about how she don't play. She got whips and chains and guns and all of this stuff. And right, A space. And Kenya is over there twirling away. Kenya over there twirling away while you over there losing your mind. Girl, this is crazy. You know what? That's a good question. I wondered that. Why she was talking about whips? Now, if you were talking to Candy, then I'd understand. But Kenya? But watch Kenya. Watch Kenya.
Going now?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I'm sitting in the back. You can drive me. I'm Miss Daisy. I got you, honey.
She's just one of those type of people where she wants to keep
This her going off.
being dismissive, being manipulative.
Where you got thongs back here?
Where you see thong?
What?
Thong. Yeah, she said thong.
Black girl magic.
Hold
I play
on.
them games. I got whips, pistols, everything.
Don't act like I got some hoochie mama dirty thongs right there. She talking about guns for real. She was talking about I still got my pistol on me. This girl is a problem. She gotta go. She gotta go for real. She got the hype. So please let her do something to me so she can go. Charles Oakley is here. I ain't going nowhere near Charles Oakley. I don't want no problem with Angela. don't act like I got some.
All right. So on the next episode, this is when Kenya is going to clap back and Kenya is going to hit the revenge P button. Okay. Now, the only reason I'm saying that Kenya has every right to do whatever she pleases is because she threatened Kenya. And I'm saying that unapologetically. Can't nobody make me change my mind. If you threaten my life, you can't tell me how to respond. You cannot tell me how to respond after you threaten my life. Revenge P wasn't enough. I ain't gonna lie. All that talking she was doing over there, that's why I couldn't be close to her. I couldn't hear it because my nerves would have got bad and I'd have probably ran over there. You know what I'm saying? Like my nerves would have got bad, all that. Because I'm not the one. She's gonna respect me. I have whips and bullets and chains. You're gonna have to pull one of them bitches. You're gonna have to pull them. Because my nerves get bad with all of that. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. So now that we've seen that Kenya was let go and or separated from the Real Housewives, now the audience is like, oh, snap, Kenya, we was wrong. You had every right to put up there that she's a slut and a whore. You had every right. Okay? So this is what the girl Britt has to say. Britt says, it's never a good feeling being targeted or hazed by someone. She's playing victim. I thought would embrace me into a new circle that I never met. For the record, I've never once had possession of any weapons or threatened anyone ever. I've never even been to jail in a fight or even had as much as a speeding ticket. That's not in my character. I am hurt by the narrative that is being displayed. Wrong is wrong. Well, what do you mean? You mean to tell me you ain't never been in a fight and you was talking that type of cash money shit's not eat? That's what I'm talking about. But even if you didn't have the blicky, just saying that you have it is enough. That's a threat. That's a threat. And I'd have beat you up and had a real nigga beat your husband up too, just because he there. I don't feel like Kenya was wrong. Legally, yeah. Morally, hell no. Hell no. And then we just got rid of Kenya for some new bitch we don't even know nothing about. Mind you, I wasn't even gonna watch the season. But some said, let me just start peeking in there. And then here we go. But we just got rid of one of our OGs, somebody we know gonna bring the drama in the tea for a bitch we don't even know. And her whole storyline is not being accepted by Kenya and her best friend husband. I think if anything, both of them should have been kicked off the show. But I keep telling y'all, these reality TV shows are full of crap. They don't really care about the morality of this stuff. They just wait for y'all to respond and be like, oh, snap, yeah, let's move on it from there. Like, I don't like the girl, Britt. I don't like you. And I don't think that's your real skin color. I don't. Britt to me is one of those superficial girls who think that because she has money and she's dressed well and, you know, she's got the look going on, that everything is going to fall into place. And you can tell, you can just see the cracks of insecurity all over her. You can literally see the cracks of insecurity all over her. And that's the problem, because Kenya Moore, even though Kenya has gotten on my nerves in the past, Kenya Moore exudes self-confidence. I think the only time I haven't seen her exude confidence is when she was with Mark. But other than that, Kenya exudes self-confidence. I am that girl. I am that biatch, and can't nobody mess with me. And that's something that Britt does not have. That is something Britt will never have. And you can tell, because no matter how she dresses up, put the makeup on the face, put the clothes on and the body and all that stuff, I can just see the cracks of insecurity all over her. It's just ridiculous. So then Kenya Moore responded. Hold on. Kenya Moore responded to this, as she should. And again, I owe her an apology because I just heard revenge P and I was like, yeah, that's messed up. But after hearing that girl threaten her, you did what you were supposed to do. You should have did worse. You should have did worse, in my opinion. So this is what Kenya Moore had to say. Kenya says, being the longest standing RHOA member, threatened with whips and pistols by a newcomer 3 weeks into filming. Seeing this obsession play out is scary. I wanted protection and assurance that the threats would have been taken seriously. It says, I may be strong, but I'm not bulletproof. Kenya, you should sue Bravo, Andy, Britt, and every other mother effer on that show. Period. You should sue them all. I would. I would sue them all. Emotional damages. Girl, I got PTSD. My baby brought home some whipped cream and I got scared because old girl said she had whips. Brooklyn, we went to get ice cream and Brooklyn wanted whipped cream on her ice cream and I got PTSD and I got triggered. Because Britt said she got whips. Girl, please. I'm just saying. Girl, yes. I'm suing everybody. Real talk with Miss J say sue Britt. If she sue Bravo, she gonna get knee. She on the way out the door anyway. She been there for 30 years. She on the way out the door. Girl, sue them folks. This is sad. This is wrong. And I don't like you, Britt. Go wherever you come from. Go back to it. Kyra Bryant, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry, for being a member for 3 months, says, hey, boo, I'm back for DR. Anywho, did Britt did all that because Kenya called her a peasant. Exactly. Kenya, this girl Britt did all of that because Kenya said, I don't deal with peasants. She literally lost her mind. She couldn't believe it. Peasant, you giving peasant behavior and peasantese. Maybe she was right. Thank you for the super chat. Hold on, y'all. I gotta let Saint out. He scratching at the door. Hold on. Let me give y'all a commercial break. Y'all get these likes up on this video while I let Saint out this door, girl, because he getting on my nerves. You gotta go potty? All right, come on, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video.
Gotcha. Do your hand like this. Yeah, gotcha. Cause I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, nigga the black, the nigga I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, the nigga black, the nigga I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown. You got to say, they want the black, cause I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, I can never be white, the white. Shake, if your leg, wiggle, lift your leg, bounce, lift your leg, hustle, lift your leg, if your leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your, if your leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Put your hands up, black. Make that booty go round and round. I'm Louis Vuitton Brown. Make that booty go round and round, man, cause I'm Louis Vuitton Brown.
My bad, y'all. I'm black. I say I'm black. I'm back. All right. I hope y'all got the likes up on the video. Minding my business. Thank you for the super chat. Says Kenya was Miss USA. She shouldn't have reacted with the revenge video, regardless of what Britt said or did. She's luckily they didn't take her crown. Miss USA has standards and she violated them. I understand that. And you're right. When you have these statuses and this stuff, you do have things that you have to uphold. So yeah, you're right in that regard. But I think I'm thinking for me. I think my problem is right now I'm thinking about how I feel in the moment, and in my feelings, I think that yeah, it was wrong on both of them. But yeah, you're right as far as the standards. Yeah, you're right. When you're right. But still, me being selfish and being in my feelings, I definitely would be like, I would have did it too. William, thank you for the super chat. Says this girl Britt gives Nicki Minaj. She do give Nicki Minaj. She might be from Trinidad. Who knows? Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. I want us to stop spending our black dollars traveling to DR. They don't like us. Ooh. Now, I've never been to DR. I've been to Puerto Rico 11 times. I ain't never been to the DR. Yeah. I would, like I said, I haven't always been a Kenya Moore fan, but in this situation, Kenya Moore was right. And I said what I said, morally, not legally, not, all these other things, but morally, I don't blame her for doing what she did. And I don't think she should be kicked off the show. If anything, both of them should be kicked off the show. If they both don't get kicked off the show, then I don't think Kenya should be kicked off the show. That's just my opinion. I think that they both was wrong. She threatened her, talking about having blickies, and then Kenya did the revenge piece. If they both not gonna be kicked off, then none of them should be kicked off. Now let's move on, girl. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Now let's get to the Kanye West thing. Girl. Now this is y'all opportunity. I really want to know. This is a real question. This is an honest to God question. I really want to know this. To the black people in the chat, I don't care what color black you are, what part of the world you come from. What has Kanye done to make you so upset or so frustrated when you see him? What has he done to be so offensive? How has Kanye offended the black community? This is a real question. I really want, and I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm not talking about how he offended them. How in recent past has Kanye affected or offended the black community? Go. I'm trying to see something. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about black people. I don't care what color black, where you're from, what kind of black. How has Kanye recently offended black people? I knew this was going to come up. Somebody said slavery was a choice. Well, it was. It was. That's unpopular opinion. It was. If you understand the context and what he was saying was, if we really and truly didn't want to be slaves, we wouldn't have been. So yes, I agree. It was. Nobody listen. Listen, what community that is? There's a community. What's the name of that island where they going to war with them clears every time they come over there and they putting their heads on stakes and all of that stuff? It was a choice in a sense. Okay. They had people who didn't take that choice and they rebelled. Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, they ran away. There were people who was like, I'm not taking this. And they did something about it. If you didn't do anything, if my family or my ancestors didn't do something about it, then that's because they chose to stay. So in that particular instance, yes, it was a choice. Let's get with the swastika thing. Ace says he was wearing a swastika chain. We've already gone over the history of the swastika. The swastika does not mean hate. The clears, the orange juice people adopted that symbol, right? Because what's his name? Adolf Hitler adopted it, but that was our symbol first. That was our symbol first. So the swastika, and even let's just go with the move. Let's go with the move. Let's say the swastika was super offensive. How does that affect or offend black people? The Centennial people, yeah, that's who it is. The island that be unaliving them clears coming over there trying to give them white Jesus. But this is the question: how does the swastika offend black people? Because see, y'all letting the internet tell y'all to be mad at Kanye. And because he's telling y'all to be mad at Kanye, a lot of people are closing their ears to what he was saying. I listened to that interview he did with academics, and I agree with 90% of what he said. I agree with 90% of what he said. I agree with 90%. When he talked about the hidden hand in the industry, I agreed with 90%. I agree with all of that, the hidden hand part. But when he talked about the people who really running it, the clears above the people who running it and all these stuff, he did not lie. When he talked about the whole thing with Kim Kardashian and them taking his kids and him not having rights and he's not lying. Do I think he put himself in those situations? Absolutely. But ultimately, what he's doing is not to troll Black America. Everything Kanye has done has been to troll them people. Y'all got offended because he running around here with a clear woman with no clothes on. Name me the group of clear women who will be offended with a white man running around with a black woman with no clothes on. I will wait. Stop putting your cape on for everybody who, and the people ain't gonna never put their cape on for you. Stop caping for these people. They don't like you. They hate you. If they could get rid of you, they would. Stop caping for the one group of people, clear women. This is not all, but I'm talking about especially in America. Clear women have been black people's worst nightmare. And I'm so tired of black people windmilling. It grinds my freaking gears. Y'all just be wanting to be mad to be mad. Stop letting social media tell you to be mad. If the shoe was on the other foot, and Ye was clear, and he had a black woman walking around with nothing on, name the group of white women that's going to get up here and windmill for you. I'll wait. You got bigger fish to fry than to be worried about that. Let's move on. Then he wears the swastika. That wasn't an attack on Black America. The swastika ain't never did nothing to Black America. You know who that was an attack on, right? You know who that was an attack on, right? And it has nothing to do with your black ass. What you mad about? Name the group of them people who gonna windmill for you if somebody of the other race or another group did the same thing to you. I will wait. Name the group of those people who is offended by the swastika. Name the small sector of those people who was offended by that swastika that would go to bat and windmill for you. I will wait. But y'all just mad because the social media told you to be mad. Let's move on to the KKK. So he got on a black KKK outfit. This black KKK outfit does not have anything to do with the oppression of black people because they were the white ones. What this symbolizes, in my opinion, is him reversing that racism onto them. Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? Oh, that's right. The internet told you to be mad, and y'all closing y'all ears to a lot of things that he's saying that's the honest to God's truth. It's the truth. What he's doing don't got no offense to black people in America. It don't. Y'all just offended because they need your energy to help them be offended. Without you being offended, black people, without you, Black America, being offended, they have no leg to stand on. So they take and reverse this stuff, the shade room, the neighborhood talk. They reverse all this stuff to harvest up your energy to help fight for them. And you don't even see it. You don't even see it. Because you so much in your feelings. We in the age of Aquarius, but it came at the worst time because we also in the age of feelings. People is so caught up in their feelings, they can't see nothing. They can't see their hand in front of them. Every single thing he has trolled, every single person he has trolled, none of those people would ever help you out if somebody was trolling you. Mind your black ass business and watch the show. You don't have to like Kanye. You can think he's an idiot. You can think he's stupid. But when he out here trolling them folks, you shut your black ass up and watch the show. Just like we watched the Clears invade the Capitol. I had my popcorn and my wine. I watched it 11 times. Shut your black ass up and watch the show. He's not talking to you. He's not even talking about you. Oh, this is another thing too. I'm so tired of y'all windmilling for these faves who wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire. Oh, but he said F Jay-Z. So what? F his big nose ass. F him. F him. Who cares? But he said this about Beyonce, and she ain't above reproach. Do I agree with him saying that the churn was the R word? No, but something is wrong. But so we can't say that no more. Y'all want to go old Rockhead on it. Y'all want to go Christian Rock and act like we can't state the obvious. Them people don't know you. Y'all don't even windmill for the kids in your neighborhood, for the kids in your family, and y'all really be online windmilling for churn that wouldn't even give you $1 if you were starving to death. Man, y'all fake. Y'all fake. When I start seeing black people windmill for their own children and their own communities, then I'll take y'all seriously for windmilling for these celebrities. Y'all don't give a damn about none of these celebrities. Not none of them. Well, no, y'all love them. They don't give a damn about you. That's what it is. That's what it is. These Nepo babies gonna grow up to do way more than you, your churn, and they churn would ever even fathom. And you over here windmilling your broke ass energy for them. Y'all slow as turtles. I ain't gonna lie. I really be sitting here watching the internet like people is really crazy. The fuck I look like when my broke ass trying to figure out how I'm gonna put gas in my car, windmilling for a child who would never even drive because they got so much money. Y'all is crazy. I got children around here in my neighborhood that need my help. The fuck I look like windmilling for blue, yellow, and green. Nigga, I got nieces and nephews who don't have a mama nor a daddy. I'm trying to figure out how to buy land to make sure, God forbid, I ain't here in the future. They always got a place to lay their head. The fuck I look like windmilling for yellow, blue, green, culture, creation, or couture. Y'all is crazy. Y'all crazy. But the internet telling you to do it, and you don't even see it because you're so engulfed in this internet shit. You don't realize that the internet is literally controlling your emotions. You don't make your own decisions. You don't control your mind. Say it. You can say that you do, and I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm talking about everybody who go with this wave on this internet shit. You can say that you're in control. You're not in control. You don't have even an inch of control of your mind. The internet and the algorithm telling you what to do, how to think, how to dress, how to talk, trends. Do we need to get into the TikTok era? Everybody doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Give me my money. That's one of y'all had going on. Then the boy came out with the commercial with the tape on the head, on the face. Now everybody got one of them. Y'all, that follow culture is real. Okay. Now, let's get into the episode. Only thing I'm asking y'all is they make him seem crazy and deem him to be untrustworthy and because they don't want you to listen to what he's saying. I don't agree with everything Kanye said. Let's really be clear about that. I don't agree with everything Kanye West be saying. But when he be spitting. But y'all don't hear that part because y'all already under the propaganda machine, neighborhood talk, shade room, and all these other people reposting on Twitter that he automatically crazy and you don't want to hear nothing he's saying. We're going to get into what he said. Hold on really quick. Let me read a couple more super chats. Camithia Lacey, thank you for the super chat. Says he even said it in the verse of Flashing Lights how he hates the Nazis. But that's the thing though, people looking at the symbol because the books told us that symbol just means they hate black people. Listen, even some people, I saw somebody put it in the chat and said he did that that symbol or Hitler did that to black people in that area too. They ain't do it to us. Didn't we go? If you're just coming on, we were just talking about this. I ain't mad at the African for feeling they superior. I ain't mad at the African for saying they don't want to procreate with us. I'm mad that we don't put our own selves on that pedestal. Why we ain't just as racist as everybody else? Why we ain't just as bigot or as prejudiced as everybody else? That's why we still at the bottom. Because we still holding our hands open like Rick James and these people still running around here giving us our ass to kiss. Oh well. That fight don't have nothing to do with me. Just like the Africans and all these other people watch you get your head tore off, Black America, you need to start doing the same thing. That ain't got nothing to do with you, in my opinion. Rolling with the Rivers, thank you for the super chat. Kanye disrupts the status quo. He makes fantastic music still. You stay in my head. LOL. Thank you so much. I'm going to put that on. I'm putting and it's about to rain too, girl. I'm about to put that surround sound on and wild DF out. Do you hear me? Thank you. Deanna Salmon, thank you for the super chat. You speaking straight facts, boo. Thank you so much. And Gypsy Hustle, thank you for the super chat. Says Ye may be offensive, but his music isn't telling us to unalive. Facts! Woo! Girl. Other rappers touch our children to drugs. Yes, teach our children to do drugs, but they pass out turkeys and it's cool. Girl, you better talk. We more offended by Ye dragging the clears than Mo3, Yella Beezy, King Von, Dirk, all these people who got your churn unaliving each other, and even you. Y'all ain't offended by that though, but that's how I know it's all fake outrage. That's how I know it's all fake outrage. The internet telling you what to do. You just don't understand. You just don't get it. The internet tell you to praise King Von, you praise King Von. Oh my God, he's so great. The nigga's a whole serial killer, my nigga. He's a whole real life serial killer. But y'all, he's amazing. Mo3, rest in peace, Mo3, bro. Rest in peace, Mo3. This nigga was a short, stubby Dennis the Menace. And y'all want to... Let's move on. Let's move on, because y'all gonna make me mad. Y'all gonna make me mad. TD, thank you for the super chat. Says, Boo, I'm so proud of your strength, knowledge, wisdom, discernment, and awareness of self. And you're funny as well. Serious when necessary. Thank you so much, TD. I appreciate you for making it rain once again. You always do what you do. Where my rain music at? Hold on. Because see, we about to have a discussion today. We about to talk about some things that's gonna make y'all uncomfortable, and I'm ready for it. And I need to hurry up because I'll be on here too long. Thank you, TD, for making it rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
All right. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get into it. All right. So he does this interview, and we're going to dissect a little bit of this interview really quickly. It's like an hour-long interview on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. I want to say before we start that this interview, the whole KKK thing is a play on the Clears. The Clears wore white robes and they killed and unalived Black people. In my opinion, this is just what I'm getting from it. It's giving to me that he's going to be the Black man in the Black hood that unalives and hunt down the Clears. Why Blacks is upset with that, I don't even know. And then most of you Negroes ain't even experienced no KKK. Most y'all seen it was on TV. Girl, go lay down. Go lay. Go lay. So anyway, Academics fat ass came on here. Thank you, Sonia, for becoming a new member. Academics fat ass came on here to give him an interview. And let's get into a little bit of what happened in this interview.
Also, I had this theory that I just wanted to say. Wait a second. I have another theory. It's about football and music industry. But I want you to get that Jay-Z answer. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody's like, what about the fact that everybody knows what I'm saying is true related to that photo that I put up with my youngest daughter, right? But everything is like, but you offended Jay-Z. Fuck him.
Facts. He a man.
Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this. Why? Let's take it to money. How much money do you think Jay-Z make off my catalog versus what I make off it? Next subject.
Don't let that part go over your head. So what he's saying is, y'all got offended because I said something about Jay-Z, but F Jay-Z. Jay-Z literally still making money off of Kanye's music. Remember, Ye was signed to Rockefeller, not Rock Nation, Rockefeller. Okay, and I think Rock Nation later on. So when he's saying like y'all sitting up here windmilling for Jay-Z, like Jay-Z some innocent bystander. Jay-Z is stealing and doing what you can't be an innocent billionaire. It doesn't exist. How the book say a rich man have a better chance of getting into heaven than an elephant through an eye of a needle? So when he say how much is he making off of my catalog, next subject, don't let that part go over your head. Jay-Z ain't nobody, and y'all only like the nigga because he married to Beyonce. I keep telling y'all that.
Well, some people might feel like, like even with the situation with kids, I hear you speak about that a lot. Like nobody really spoke on your behalf. Yeah. But even when you speak about Kim, people might be like, well, you picked her. Like you put yourself in that.
Absolutely, I did. That was my fault.
Maybe they're saying that you don't take accountability.
No, that was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot ass celebrity niggas is if you ain't gonna speak on my behalf of the situation I'm in right now with my children or where I was when I asked for the help years ago, don't talk about my political views. Plus your T. Like, nigga, I bled for you. If nigga asks you about me, say we ain't speaking on Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all looking at me like a Vic, because you a street nigga. But it ain't that time no more. I'm the lawyer off Carlito's way. I'm the boss. You niggas is broke. You niggas is not masterminds. And you niggas should never have ever gone. Look at John Legend, old sissy ass. I ain't never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got all that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados.
Now, take Kanye off the table. Take Kanye off the table. Y'all know John Legend has been yodeling his way all up through this political circuit. John Legend is the industry got their hand up John Legend's ass like this, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. I get it. He said he called them the F word and said he wear sweaters in the summertime in August in Barbados. That was a bar, but still, y'all know he wears sweaters, and y'all know the industry got their hand up his ass like this. Puppet, puppet, puppet. Y'all know it. So you know, whenever he say that you know, they shouldn't be speaking on him, he's speaking of because the industry is telling them to. Look.
John Legend and Master Tethers.
Again, this is director's cut, so I'm sorry. But Ye saying Barbados is hilarious. I'm sorry. I gotta run that back. I'm sorry, John Legend, nothing against you, bro. I'm just saying, this is director's cut right here. Y'all gonna all go have the full footage. Y'all gonna do whatever with it. Ack will not be in it afterwards, other than me talking to him. But Barbados is hilarious. I'm sorry.
Never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got all that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend and mashed potato. So, no, they say he smell like mashed potatoes. I don't know where I got this from.
That used to be your guy though. And like, so all these relationships, are they repairable? Like even the Pusha, the Jay, the like, there's a long list. Even Cardi, like I feel like.
This nigga said he smelled like mashed potatoes. Did he say he smelled like mashed potatoes?
This is director's cut right here. Y'all gonna all go have the full footage. Y'all gonna do whatever with it. Ack will not be in it afterwards, other than me talking to him. But Barbados is hilarious. I'm sorry.
Never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got all that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend and mashed potato. So, no,
he said John Legend, mashed potato. He was about to say my mashed potato smelling ass or something. I don't know.
Said he smelled like mashed potatoes. I don't know where I got this from.
That used to be your guy though. And like, so all these relationships, are they repair?
Do you understand what you have to smell like mashed potatoes, bitch? Anybody ever cook mashed potatoes? Do you understand the level of musk with the K under that sweater? You gotta have to smell like mashed potatoes, my nigga. And I love me a good loaded mashed potato. Let's really be clear. But for it to come from your body, my nigga. Oh my God. That's bad. I don't know why I got a visual and it made me sick.
Parable, like even the Pusha, the Jay, the like, there's a long list. Even Cardi, like I feel like, I know you say you want to hurt them, but you might overstep the line where maybe at a point Jay's like, man, I'm cool. Like I think after that tweet, he definitely, you know, and I don't know if these are relationships that's salvageable.
Why would I want to salvage relationships with
to a lot of people?
Why would I want to salvage relationships with broke ass slaves and slave herders? Like everybody. So this is what I'm saying. The Jay-Z thing leads.
Hey, he's spitting right there. He said, why would I want to salvage a relationship with broke ass slaves and slave herders? Jay-Z would be the slave herder. Who that was talking about Gilly say he don't go to the Rock Nation parties because it's like it's like Jay-Z is like he's over there to show off his niggas to the clears. So he would be the slave herder, and the slaves would be everybody in the industry. Everybody in the industry, because they all slaves. I don't care what they look like. They slaves.
Leads me to the NFL. Why do they want a Drake to be out of there? Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl, right? This is a theory I had. The people that run the Super Bowl had to come to people who run the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your niggers get out of hand. Oh my God, that Kanye. Somebody take a knee for what? Where's out of there? See, that's the problem. You let them last too long. In our league, they're for 2 years, 3 years, they're out of there. They deal with, we got Tom Brady. He's great. We made Mahomes throw that fucking Super Bowl, so Tom could get his 7th ring and shit. But like, you guys at the music industry, you got to do, start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're going to set you up. We're going to take Rolling Loud. We're going to connect them with Live Nation. And then we're going to get a bunch of small artists. And then, you'll be able to make your money off of that. And then,
He's spitting. Let me tell you what he's saying. He's saying, remember I told y'all they getting rid of all of these old billionaires, all these millionaires, because they about to basically pay the little ones, the younger people, crumbs, because all they care about is clout anyway. I told y'all they're going to take these old artists who've been like reigning supreme, and they're going to get rid of them. And then they're already going to, then what they're going to do is take these young artists, your Glorrillas, your all these people, give them pennies on the dollar, and they can make a crap ton of money off of them, because first of all, their main objective is clout, not money. Let's start there first. It's the look of having it versus actually having it. Number one. Number two, also, they're not smart enough, because remember, these are the kids coming out of the school system they created, and they could barely read and write. So get them to come up and pay them pennies on the dollar, make them be literal slaves, worse than the ones we had before, get rid of the old ones, and we can control the narrative, we can make the most money, and we can exploit them more than we exploited the ones before them. That's what I believe he's saying here, and he's absolutely right, because I've been telling y'all that. That's why rap has been diluted so much, because they don't care about actual talent, because actual talent requires actual payment and actual reciprocity. They just go get anybody and put them out there and be like, hey, we're going to make you a rapper. And the social media tells you they are, and then y'all go with the move. Sexy Red is not a rapper. Sexy Red is horrible. She's not a rapper. She don't even rap on beat. Her voice is not even. Sexy Red, social media told you Sexy Red was a rapper. She's not a rapper. She's not. But that's a whole nother story.
If we take Cardi's doing good, we'll make them take the blue pill. We'll have them rap about scams, and then mention Northwest. We love Northwest. Oh, Kanye, don't worry about him. He's a lunatic. Don't worry about him. Does any of that sound right or sound accurate to you?
Yeah, if you look, it does seem like. I don't know if it's in that control, but you can see. Wait
a second. You don't think you can see my eyes to the mask right there? You don't know if it's that control. Also, I had this.
I want to show you that clip, because this is the part that got me. When you run across celebrities and they act like they don't know that there's a secret control behind the scenes of what's really going on, you already know that they compromised. Act has been compromised. Act is compromised. He's always been compromised since he come on the scene, if you ask me. So for Act to sit there in front of this man and act like there's no hidden hand or secret control behind the scenes, he's already. You know who else did that? Matt Hoffa, when Smart came on there and they were talking about their experiences, and Matt Hoffa was like, "Oh, they do that? I didn't know they do that." I'm like, that nigga compromised like hell. That nigga compromise. It's the same thing with Act. Act is compromised. He know good and well there's a hidden hand behind that. Listen, this ain't happening by happenstance. Let me get to that part. Hold on.
And shit, but like, you guys at the music industry, you got to do, start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're going to set you up. We're going to take Rolling Loud. We're going to connect.
Really quickly, you know who else does that plausible deniability but has found a way to do it so well? Tariq Nasheed. Don't get me wrong, it be a lot of people that do want Black Americans to take on their plight. But for him to act like there's no distinction between them people, y'all know who I'm talking about, and them other people and how they control and manipulate Black America and have been in history, tells me everything I need to know. The nigga is compromised. I said what I said. When they be coming on there trying, even when Black people come over there trying to talk about it to him, he get that plausible deniability. Oh, I don't separate them. They all the same. No. To an extent, you have to. Because to an extent, certain pockets of those people are doing certain things and pulling certain strings. We're not going to act like they one big white person, like we ain't one big Negro. No, but that's another person who compromised, in my opinion. Because you won't let you even mention that. Watch out. Let me get back to it. My bad.
Connect them with Live Nation. And then we're going to get a bunch of small artists. And then, you'll be able to make your money off of that. And then, if we take, Cardi's doing good, we'll make them take the blue pill. We'll have them rap about scams. And then mention Northwest. We love Northwest. Oh, Kanye, don't worry about him. He's a lunatic. Don't worry about him. Does any of that sound right or sound accurate to you?
Yeah, if you look, it does seem like I don't know if it's that control, but you could see. Wait
a second. You don't think you can see my eyes through the mask right there? You don't know if it's that control. Meaning, but
so I'm the person who, again, I'm not gonna ignore.
I want to say this too. I want to address this. You are absolutely right. They both have the same common interest against us. But if you're not able to identify one from the other, you're gonna continue to get stung like a bee. You see what I'm saying? If you're not able to identify one from the other, it will continue to bite us, because what we're going to think is this is all one big white person, and that's just not the truth. It's just not. We cannot live in that delusion. We can't. Now, I'm not saying we have to do anything, but what I'm saying is, if you think that they all just one person because they all have the same common interest, and they do have the same common interest, but you have to be able to decipher who is who and what this person is doing. Because if you do not, you will continue to get stung every time. You will continue to get stung every time. And so I just want us to do that, because I hear that be a thing a lot in the spaces, and they do have the same common interest. Absolutely. They do. With that, I agree 1,000,000,000%. But if the ways in which they're maneuvering and moving is different, and it affects us differently. So we got to be able to keep that in mind. That's for everybody in the chat, okay? That's for everybody in the chat. Thank you for saying that, Jordan, because I wanted to address that, because I would have forgot if you didn't say it. So now look, he asked an act if he don't believe there's a hidden hand behind this, and look at act with his plausible deniability.
Like normie allies me, and we're like I'm the guy on Twitter, but I'm like, wait, you really think there's like this hidden hand that's really kind of moving in this direction, or it just kind of happens to be?
Do you think it's not? Do you think it's a possibility it's not? You think it's just all by chance and shit?
I would be opposed to it, but it feels like a little bit more. That's why a lot of people are intrigued too. Yeah. Because if probably one of the richest rappers ever is
not probably, definitely, but keep going on.
There's no way Ack is in that industry and don't know that there's a hidden hand. There is no way. It's impossible. There's no way. There's absolutely no way Ack is in that industry and do not know that there's a hidden hand behind the scenes. For anybody who want to know what the hidden hand is, meaning there's something, some machine or some people or somebody pulling the strings, making things happen the way that they happen. Meaning drill music doesn't become a phenomenon just because it's organically doing that. Somebody's behind the scenes pulling those strings. Whole culture don't become a phenomenon just because, it just so happened to pop off. No. There is no just so happen to. There is no happenstance. All of this stuff is calculated. By that logic, crack was a happenstance. By that logic, crack would be a happenstance. It just so happened somebody in some kitchen decided, instead of me snorting the coke, I'm going to put it over this boiled water and I'm going to let it rock up, and then I'm going to smoke it. And then after I smoke it, I'm going to get so high, I'm going to bring it to all my friends, and then they're going to smoke it and they're going to love it. And then they're going to tell their friends, and then they're going to tell their friends, and they're going to tell their friends, and they're going to tell their friends. And the next thing you know, all of Black Americans addicted to crack. That's the exact same logic we're using here. There's no point. There's no way. There's a hidden hand behind all this. Remember when we found out allegedly, it was the CIA who was behind the distribution of crack in the black neighborhoods? Put a one in the chat if you ever heard of that. Hell, they do it. They show you on the show Snowfall. Franklin is dealing directly with CIA agents. They tell you the truth of what they get. They show you the hidden hands all the time. You just don't see it. In the show Snowfall, which is modeled after Freeway Ricky Ross's story, the CIA agent gets Franklin and say, hey, you, come here. I'm going to show you something, and I want you to do this, and you're going to make a hell of a ton of money, and you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and X, Y, and Z, and it's spread like wildfire. They tell you everything they're doing. There's definitely a hidden hand. None of this, there is no coincidences. Coincidences never existed. They have never, everything is divine or it's orchestrated. Coincidences have never existed in life. Throw the whole word away. It doesn't make any sense. It's not real. There's a hidden hand behind every single thing that's going on. Everything. Hell, us even talking about this interview, there's a hidden hand behind this that's pushing this. The algorithm is what they call it. Right. Cookie, Nino Brown said it in New Jack City. Ain't no poppy fields in the black neighborhood. Didn't he say it? If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, Miss Watkins. Remember? I'm just saying. There's definitely a hidden hand. And for act like he don't know about it, it's plausible deniability, and it tells me everything I need to know about his intent. But we already knew he was compromised.
When you've gotten to the heights, and I've said you're the greatest hip hop artist ever. When that person's then telling us it's like that, you then got to step back and be like, he knows definitely something we don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we're also trying to like watch you and even listen.
Trying to put himself in our position, in our shoes, and that's not true. Trying to make it seem like he's just a regular everyday Joe Schmo on the street, like me and you, and that's not true. Have way more wherewithal, way more knowledge about their industry. Know way more than any of us. We all speculating. No. Trying to put himself in a position of the average civilian, and at this point, you're not. You're not. You knee deep in that crap like the rest of them. Stop it.
People don't like some of the stuff you say. They're trying to figure out connect the dots and really see what's going on.
Well, you know what? I'm a leader and I channel and I don't see everything. You know, I didn't picture us being here right now. I didn't have this vision yesterday, but I had one bag with me. I just got my leather outfit and it was there. So it's meant, and I always thought, wow, that would make a really iconic interview setting. And I'm happy that I'm not sitting in it. And this is now making the movie. Like I said, with the North situation on the song with his son and the new artist, Jasmine Williams, it happened like that. Certain things I lean into. People think I'm strategic. The enemy might, my enemy, our enemy might think I'm strategic, but I'm not strategic. I just lean into what I really feel and I say my truth, and whatever comes with it, comes with it. But my truth is so obvious to so many people because people are not allowed to say their truth to the point where they psych themselves out to think it's not true. Ooh. And then, so I'm not saying people's truth, I'm saying people's feeling now. Because your truth can be told to you. You could be programmed, but your gut is going to have millions of lifetimes of information. So when I go and I tweet, especially now, I'm speaking to people's gut feeling. Like Iggy, not taking sides, but she going to do everything in her power to make sure Onyx never is next to Kris Jenner. And you know why, and she knows why.
Let's stop it right there. Because he was spitting a bit right there. Again, if you get out of your feelings and listen to what he's saying, you understand. It ain't for everybody. But I just feel like when he talk about the Kris Jenner piece, this isn't the first time we've heard about this Kris Jenner piece. Let him cook a little bit more on the Kris Jenner piece so y'all can understand what I'm saying.
That girl came from Australia, then no family in the middle of Miami. Now she's out here in California, and her whole goal as a mom is to keep her son as far away from Kris Jenner as possible. And we all know why. We all know those sex tapes are signed for. We all know those children, just in general, celebrity exploitation. Like when my daughter wants to rap, it's a thing where, damn, you really want to get into this game like this? And it's this balance. I had people around me. I was like, yo, this man, Cardi, is calling my baby mama, rapping about Skims, and then saying he need vocals. She may have supporting slip. Needs vocals for the album. And the man was like, well, you know, that will blow her up.
Wait, what is that about this Freudian slip? That went over my head real quick. What?
And then saying he need vocals.
Put the closed caption on.
She may have supporting slip. Needs vocals for the album. Will blow her up. I had people around me. I was like, yo, this man, Cardi, is calling my baby mama, rapping about Skims, and then saying he need vocals. She may have supporting slip.
He said he need vocals. Then he said, it's a Freudian slip. What are you trying to say? That's what I'm thinking, Yakima. He was calling him a she, but then he said it was a Freudian slip. If you know what a Freudian slip means, that's the truth that just slipped out. Hollywood is different. Hey man, ain't Playboy Cardi? Is that the one? No. That's not the one that's playing in Canaan, huh? I don't know. Or maybe he's talking about Cardi B. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Needs vocals for the album. And the man was like, well, you know, that will blow her up. I said, it's my daughter, nigga. And see, that's the time when nigga hear me screaming from the other room and be like, why he's screaming?
Well, wait, who said they would blow her up?
Well, I purposely didn't say the names and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. Anybody that never spoke out against me publicly, I'm not going to speak out against them publicly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
did I answer that? So it's just God. I'm just channeling. Yeah. I'm just channeling something. So I ain't telling y'all to follow me or do not. Yeah, people are not even in a position to follow me. It's like I could change hearts and minds, perception. But at the end of the day, you still got to go work for a white man. You still got to work for a Jewish man that works for a white man. The black dollar has been so decentralized since gentrification and the fall of Black Wall Street that it's next to impossible for a community to get on their feet, get past the drugs, the food. The food's the original drug. The hurting, the fucking 25%. Definite not chance.
He said,
but
get past the drug. Then he said the food is the original drug. Hey, bro, I'm trying to look for Playboy Cardi. I'm looking him up because now I need to put a name to a face. I need to put the face to the name with this Playboy Cardi dude. Who is this nigga? His name sounds familiar, but I don't know him. I need to see who this is. Playboy Cardi. I'm trying to find Playboy Cardi. Hold on. Is this him? Is this him? This Playboy Cardi? No, I don't know, girl. Let me Google him. Playboy Cardi. Let me see who this boy is. That's him then. Because that's him. That's him because I just Googled him. This is a lot. I'm gonna let him cook a little bit more, then I'm gonna get off of here. This is a lot. I just let me let him cook. Because Kanye know more about the industry than we do. So,
but definitely being locked up, the abortion rates, like our position, I don't have the exact answer to the equation of how to get out of where we are, but I'm not going to say we're not in where we are. And this might be some Star Wars shit where it take generation after generation after generation where it'd be North and it'd be this and be that, but it's like you either on this side of it or you on that side. Cardi took the blue pill, but he made his name off of the red pill. The Matrix. The red pill is the niggas like Neo. The blue pill are the agents. So now Cardi is an agent. And you will see him like, you see on the joint where somebody touches them and then they become the agent?
Yeah.
That's what happened. They come, them Jewish people come, the record people come, they'll say, they literally called Ty Dolla and said, and this is coercion. That's why these niggas gonna be locked up someday. They'll come to you, they said, Ty, you have to denounce Ye publicly or we're gonna drop your artist, Leon. We're going to cancel all your tours. So they on some mob shit. So it's die, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They up here threatening niggas, stopping their money. This is real life shit off of a statement. Off of me wearing a motherfucking chain. Off of me wearing they pain. But they playing, turning up, promoting, and making money off of our pain. But if I wear a piece of they pain, then they're going to threaten to destroy everything moving, everyone around, destroying people's lives. We're going to destroy Leon's life. Leon did that whole Scissor album, and now we're going to destroy his life if you don't denounce this man's tweet type shit.
Do you talk to these people like before you send out a tweet? Because I would imagine he would give you a call and say, "Yay, I'm in a tough spot." Like, you know, and again, I think you said something important. You're not expecting everybody around you to be dick riders and agree with you, but when they speak out against you, you feel like it's either unnecessary or that's a form of betrayal, right?
Yeah, like Ty put up the tweet before we landed. He said, "I gotta say something." I said, "I'm not racist, but Ye is." We agreed upon that. When I landed, he put up, "I don't condone hate speech." You letting these niggas put words in your mouth. I 137x'd his career. Not one, not two, not 20, 137x'd it. And while I'm on a plane, you put up word by word Jewish vernacular. My thing is we could sit and talk it out. I know they on your head. But nigga, you don't got to denounce me, period. And if you do, you talk to me about how we gonna do it. See all these street niggas and this niggas running around with guns, got bodies. They think they boss, so they think I'm a motherfucking Vic or some shit. They think because I give niggas high salaries, nigga, I'm a billionaire, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that shit. See,
this is the plausible deniability that bothers me with Ack. This ain't the first time Ack heard a person in the industry tell him this. Y'all remember when 6ix9ine told him about the industry?
You're a young artist, you coming up, you're believing in this dream.
Bigger than he is right now. He's a young boy, you're good, you're just too street. They navigate it, they throw. Yo, hear me out when I tell you, I speak facts. I'm in the industry. Am I speaking? Let me know if I'm lying to you.
No, you're telling the truth. I think
it's whatever's commercialized, whatever. Listen, we're gonna beat you into somebody's head.
Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna
let them know if I'm lying to them.
No, I'm gonna interpret the other side
Hold
because
on.
I know what they're thinking. By the way, and if they're gonna tell you it's rigged
on a Spanish record,
you got 3.
Yo, listen,
I love the baby, by the way.
The baby. You think if the baby drops an entire?
I guess I would say Lil Pump.
No, the baby. What I'm telling you, what rapper could do what I'm doing? So
you just break the mold.
Diamond Records, I'm successful. I'm telling you. Hear this out, please.
Listen.
Yeah, hold on. By the way, they're gonna take your tone to.
Now, Ack is very strategic at acting all obtuse, like he don't know what's going on. But listen to what this boy is saying, what 6ix9ine is saying.
Be like, you're mad, but in reality,
I'm stressing to tell them something.
In reality, this is why the old hip hop saying the game is to be sold, not told. You're telling them the game. You're not selling it to them.
I'm trying to tell them.
You're actually giving it.
I'm trying to tell you how this game is marketed. Like I'm trying to tell you. Yo, the labels tell you, yo, listen, you have to sit down with Spotify, sit down with Apple. You have to do this interview. You have to. If you don't want to, you have to. You have to go see this person and sit down and talk to them. You have to go and do this. You have to. Yo, you
gotta check the boxes.
Literally, you could say, I don't feel like doing that. I don't even like that.
You heard Egg trying to soften the blow, talking about you got to check the boxes. No. He's saying what he's saying. You have to. Look.
Literally, you could say, I don't feel like doing that. I don't even like that person. You have to. You're a puppet. You can't say certain shit. Take that down. Take it down right now. Okay. I'll take it down. Don't say that.
So when Kanye says that the industry moves like the mob and there's a hidden hand behind the scene, how in the world could this boy really sit there with a straight face and act like he don't know what Kanye is talking about? It's the plausible deniability. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yep, Michael Jackson did say the same thing. He sure did. They create these puppets and they control them. That's what they do. Okay? Now, I can't play the whole thing because I got to get off of here, but I did want to share that part with you. This is what I get from the whole situation. This is what I get from the entire situation. This is just me. When it comes down to Kanye and his trolls, if Black American people or Black people, period, I don't care where you're from. Prince said it too. He sure did. Prince sure did say. That's why he had the word slave on his jaw. Y'all remember that? Let me see. Prince, slave. Prince said it too. That's why he had the word slave on his jaw when he did that interview. Look.
When last you were here, you had, as I think everybody saw, you had slave written on your cheek, representative of what you felt was your relationship with Warner Brothers. Why was getting out from under that and having total control so important to you?
Well, let me just clarify. Slave that was written on my face had as much to do with my relationship with my record company as it did with my relationship with myself. I had sort of become a slave to the concept of recording music with preconceived notions, business and otherwise, going into the studio.
What's that? The idea, this aura of who Prince then was supposedly?
That and also the simple fact that when you go into work, there are so many things you have to take into consideration when you're doing songs for an album. One thing that was very restricting, I found, is the simple fact that you have to record an album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
you have to record an album.
And there's a schedule involved in all of that. So now I record in complete freedom. And
he's talking about the exact same freedom and the exact same system. You get it? That Kanye is telling this dude. It's the same thing. This is what I get from this. I promise you. And I'm a person who live in my feelings too. So I'm not even trying to be judgmental here. But at certain points in time, we got to learn how to turn our emotions off and on. We have to, bro, because what happens is we completely miss the message. The enemy is very, very powerful at knowing how to combat certain things. Right now, we are in the age of information. If anything you wanted to know, you needed to know it. Today is the day to know it. But they found a way to combat that by keeping you mentally enslaved, meaning like controlling your emotions, okay? And if you continue to have your emotions controlled, you'll not listen to certain people. Listen to the crazy people. Because a lot of times the crazy people make more sense than the ones we deem to be sane. It just is what it is. And this is taking nothing away from Kanye. Kanye, you was in the industry. You was with the shits too. So don't come back with your buyer's remorse. I always say Kanye has buyer's remorse. I've been saying that since the beginning of time. However, when he's spitting, we have to be open-minded to listen. Kanye ain't trolled Black people yet. Slavery was a choice, was the hard pill truth that you didn't want to swallow, because it was. It was. Okay? You don't want to hear it because it sounds bad and it makes you take accountability for you. And that's why people take that so offensive. Slavery was absolutely a choice. If Black Americans really didn't want to be slaves, like the ones who didn't, they would have got up out of there by any means necessary on some Nat Turner stuff. Other than that, Kanye does not troll Black America. He really trolls the industry. But they got y'all thinking that he's trolling you because they need your industry, your energy and your movement to help fuel the BS they got going on. That's what this is all about. Now, with that being said, I got to get off of here, girl. It looked like a tornado outside, child. I got to get up off of here. I love y'all down to the ground. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Y'all go look at that Kanye. I got the whole, I'm about to give you the, I'm about to give y'all the link right here. So y'all can go watch it on your own. If you would like to watch said interview, how you copy this? Share. How you copy this thing? I think I copied it. Hold on. I'm going to drop a link in the chat if y'all want to go watch the whole interview yourself, because it's like an hour and some change long. It's storming. All right, there you go. All right, it's in the chat, y'all. If y'all want to catch that interview, check out the interview right there. It's an hour and something long. Y'all, I got to get up off here because it's about to rain and I don't want the power to go out. That's the way it works out here in Georgia. But I love y'all down to the ground. If you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe. If you're returning, welcome back. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for the Joce. Y'all already know how it goes. I got to get up off here, so I got to Joce y'all up out of here. Love y'all so much, all my people. And I'll see y'all on the next one, honey. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up! Come on, blaze up!
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, hustle for your boy, mix it for your boy, drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.